Hello flower fans, have I got a treat for you today. Today the flowers are out, the magnolia is coming out, the blossom is coming. So let's go and take around some of my most beautiful streets and hidden gems. Flowers in spring bloom at different times. If you're visiting London in March, you're likely to see bright camellias and fragrant pink and white magnolias in early to late March. From March into April, you'll see white and pink blossoms sneaking in and blooming beautifully. Late March through April and into May, vibrant tulips burst into bloom. Late April to early June is the best time for purple wisteria to take over entire buildings. Late April into May is when you'll see the rainbow-coloured azaleas, most famous at the Isabella Plantation in Richmond. If you're a flower lover, Chelsea Flower Show and the free flower festival Chelsea in Bloom is well worth a visit. June through summer is when roses bloom in beautiful gardens, and summer is also a time for lavender fields, before the leaves start turning into golden colours for autumn. This will be my first in a series of videos for flowers in London, and make sure you check out my full playlist. I've been researching the best flower spots in London for years. I'm delighted to take you on this little tour in March that's going to take you from Notting Hill to Kensington into Earl's Court, and then finishing in the beautiful streets of Chelsea. Early spring is a beautiful time to be in London, sometimes a little cold and unpredictable, but on the main, much sunnier and more gorgeous. So let's start in Notting Hill. The reason I love Notting Hill so very much is because one, I used to live here, and two, it has got streets that you can just wander around for hours and hours. There's plenty of white buildings which really contrast super well with the pink blossoms and all of the trees and gorgeous flowers that you'll see in this area. Also, you're never too far away from a cafe or a restaurant or a little cute shop. But most of all, it's those tree-lined streets that just kind of take your breath away. There's whole little rows of them, and even though there's plenty of cars and they sometimes get in the way, you still get this really calming spring feeling. It just makes me so happy to wander around them. I recommend you come here at any time. Any time of the year is absolutely amazing to walk down Elgin Crescent. It's this beautiful street which has rainbow coloured houses the whole way down it. They're all different colour pastel colours. They're really fresh and beautiful, and honestly, if you want to go down and pick out your future home and get it on the mood board, this is the place to do it. Not only that, but they have incredible Halloween decorations which you might remember from my previous videos. But at this time of year, it's all about the magnolia, and honestly, the way the magnolia frames the doors here and the beautiful different pinks, it just lines the street. There's a magnolia tree every few steps, and I definitely recommend that you take a lovely stroll down this street. Lansdowne Road is the next street with loads of magnolia and luxury houses, leading to Stanley Crescent. And can I suggest you stop off at St John's Church, which in early spring has these lovely, huge white trees. If you're a blossom and a flower lover, you will already know about Stanley Crescent, and it's well worth coming down here. At the moment, it's early March now, the buds are just budding, but it won't be long before the blossom is beautifully out and it looks gorgeous because it's on this amazing corner. And just nearby, there's a little bit of magnolia starting to come out over this lovely gate that looks great. It's like a little archway. And when it gets to later in the year, they've also got fantastic leaves for autumn. It's a really kind of crisp autumnal look. And of course, there's lots of beautiful magnificent white buildings that you can see as you walk around. Westbourne Grove is one of the prettiest places in Notting Hill. The reason is there's lovely magnolia trees that line the streets. There's also this astonishingly beautiful and perfect wild at heart florist. There's also multicoloured little boutiques down this street, including cafes and shops and all the beautiful things. There's like Cézanne, and there's lots of places you can go buy really cute stuff from. And it's also the place where lots of stars live. So you might even see a little celebrity walking around. Northumberland Place is just around the corner from where I used to live, and this has got so much magnolia on it. I absolutely love it. It's also got some really pretty houses as well, with some lovely ironwork outside and little gardens. So it's a really kind of peaceful, pleasant place to stroll around Notting Hill. It's definitely off the beaten path, so I would call it one of my hidden gems. Round the corner, if you need refreshments, I recommend Aesthetic Pubs, the Victorian Backstreet Boozer, the Cock and Bottle. Also, the Sunshine Yellow Sun in Splendour on the corner of Portobello Road is a local favourite. I love a brunch at Sunday in Brooklyn on Westbourne Grove, They also have the most amazing pancakes. And on this street, there's Daleford's for fancy salads, organic food, and I love sitting outside for a coffee and people watching. Slayer is a really cute baby blue pizza place with New York style hot, thin and crispy pizza and American diner feel. Tab Tab is an independent cafe. We went here for Fatina's 40th birthday brunch in autumn. Next we'll walk towards Kensington through Portobello Road, which has multicoloured antiques and vintage clothing shops, plus a vibrant market. And around here you'll find Curo Bakery, where we actually started our day with these beautiful croissants. Oh, it was delicious. And you get to people watch there too. And just behind the station, you'll find this little set of streets here, which are very colourful and beautiful, and also have their own floral charm. If you're enjoying this video, please make sure to like and subscribe so I can make even more videos for you. Now, back to the video. Welcome to Kensington in spring. So I used to live in this area and I can tell you it is an absolute corker. It's one of my favourite places on earth to be in spring. And in fact, when you're here, it can feel very much like a fairy tale. You can't believe all of the magnolias and the pinks and the daffodils and all of the different flowers and plants that are around here, all contrasted with that beautiful white buildings. There's lots of little streets I'd like to show you. So let's go and find some really pretty places in Kensington. Two of my favourite streets that are kind of back to back are Sheffield Terrace and Bedford Gardens. Now, these are some of the most spectacular, high up, enormous, beautiful trees, and there's always something set outside of it. It's my personal nemesis. There's either scaffolding or vans or cars or whatever, but if you can get those trees on a beautiful day and the smell, the fragrance is out of this world, I promise you these are two to really go and check out. And next, around the corner is Gloucester Walk, which I'm stood on right now in front of this lovely little tree here, and there's an enormous magnolia tree there. Just stroll past it, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a bit too high to get a photo next to because I've tried, but it's glorious to go and look at because it must have been there for quite a few years. These set of streets around Kensington are absolutely stunning. There's Upper Philimore Gardens and there's Argyll Street, and all the surrounding streets are really, really worth a wander. They're right next to Holland Park, which Holland Park is also an extraordinary place to go and visit. And these streets are gorgeous. All the houses are absolutely enormous and white and beautiful. And you've got so many flowers to go and see. Everyone really keeps their gardens looking tip-top. So come and take a look at them. The streets around Gordon Place are super pretty hidden gems in spring, and where you'll also find my old local pub, the Elephant and Castle, which is always busy after 12 every single day. It's a real local haunt. And on Kensington Church Street, you'll find the very famous and historic floral covered Churchill arms. I'd recommend a trip into Kensington Palace Gardens, as in early spring there's white magnolia next to Albert Memorial and also at the top of the garden near Bayswater Road. And while we're talking about parks, I found the most beautiful magnolia last year next to Regent's Park near Park Square Mews and Brunswick Place. It's really special on a really sunny day. A few years ago, I found the most spectacular magnolia garden. I was so excited to find this. You can tell it was super cold that year, but it is a super concentrated section of pink trees. You do need to pay to go to Kew Gardens, but it's a fabulous day out. But now, back to me. From the beautiful streets of Kensington, we're going to head further into Kensington and Chelsea borough, and we're going to pick up in Earl's Court and then go into Chelsea. So the streets surrounding Earl's Court are well worth popping off at. There's a few beautiful trees around there and I really recommend a little detour. But the one I'm aiming for is to take you to the Boltons. So welcome to Chelsea in spring. Now the Boltons is the most famous, most gorgeous, biggest houses, most expensive, get it on your mood board, place in London. It's very expensive to live there. And the houses don't come up very often, but what they do have is plenty of beautiful magnolia and loads of beautiful camellias in really bright colours, and you can walk down the street and it's absolutely stunning. It's really worth coming by in spring. And in the middle, so it's like this eye shape, or what do they call it? A lens shape. They call it a lens shape, I call it an eye shape. Basically, it's an oval type thing, and there's a church in the middle with beautiful gardens, and it's really worth going to have a look at. A gorgeous church, gorgeous grounds, and a gorgeous area. Surrounding those areas is Little Boltons, very cute name, and surrounding streets. And again, you've got some of the biggest, boldest, beautifulest magnolias around there with huge trees, beautiful fragrance. So it's well worth winding around those streets and having a little look. This is Bramerton Street in Chelsea, and it's just off the King's Road. It's super famous because it's got this enormous magnolia tree in front of a pale pink building, which is kind of the Instagram holy grail, isn't it? It's amazing. It's very, very high, so it's pretty impossible to take like the most amazing shot. But you can definitely get the sense of scale by standing across the street. As you can see over my shoulder, there's a wedding shoot taking place at the moment, which is very sweet. Maybe they've just been to Chelsea Town Hall. One of my other favourite streets in Chelsea is Leonard Street, which on the corner of Smith Street, there is a lovely postbox, nice and bright and red, and it makes the most gorgeous shot because all of the magnolia is hanging over the top, and there's lots of other magnolia trees down there as well. Plus, if you keep going, you'll find that loads of side streets have lovely blooms, so wherever you are, you're going to be able to see something absolutely stunning. And one of my absolute favourites is Cheyne Walk, which has got a little section called Roper Gardens where there's an enormous tree right next to the river. It does have lots of brown bricks around it, so it just depends whether you want that pale pink shot, lots of white buildings, or you want to go for something a little bit different. But wherever you go in Chelsea, I promise you, there's loads of little streets that are hiding that you can go and visit. And don't forget to go on King's Road, which is always one of the best shopping streets. Lots of boutiques and smaller little cute places to go and shop. Magnolia blooms from early March, and it can really change each year by at least a couple of weeks depending on the weather. If it's been cold or hot, it can really change around. So keep an eye on social media as to when people in London are saying that it's blooming. There's also plenty of different types of magnolia in London. You'll find these big, beautiful, pale pink petals, these huge trees everywhere, but you'll also find the brighter pink ones, which are lovely, and the smaller white trees that are really fragrant. There's plenty of those as well. Magnolia is very fleeting. In fact, it's sort of at peak for a really short period. And if you get unlucky, like I kind of did this year, 2 days ago, this was absolutely in full bloom and amazing. I've come back here today and we had such stormy weather last night. And I would say it's about half kind of full now. So it's very sad to see it go so quickly. So if you are in London and it is in full bloom, take full advantage and enjoy it as much as you can. Thank you so much for joining me today as we explored spring in London. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I hope you come and explore it here too. Please do like and subscribe so I can make even more videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye!